this is Bosker Popovic from ES. In my previous video, I've talked in length about fear, why it occurs and what it does to our bodies. In this video and a couple videos thereafter that will follow, I will actually share with you some very simple techniques which you can use in any situation, whether you're at home or you're at work or you're commuting or you're with friends or whatever you are. Literally, you will be able to use them and to control any negative thoughts that you know may lead you to anxiety and eventually to fear. So what you basically need to be mindful of, the moment you actually feel and you sense that the negative thoughts are actually leading you to a fearful state, immediately you must become mindful of your breath and just observe what your breathing pattern is right now. And why is that important is because the shallow breath, which normally is the precursor to you feeling negative and heavy negative thoughts and leading you to the fear, is because oxygen is needed by the body in order to self-regulate. It actually enables all the biochemical and the metabolic functions in the body. So the lack of it actually creates tension and creates this level where the body goes into the kind of like a panic mode, which normally leads to what we call stresses, anxieties, and fears. So, first thing to do is observe the breath. Second thing is, what is your posture? Because the posture and the geometry of the body actually allows self-regulation. If you go into normally fearful state is when the body is clenched forward, and that means that you're basically not able to breathe. And as I said earlier, the breath is the key function that you need to be observant of. So for that reason, the right posture will allow you to open up and then regulate the breath. The third thing that will, and is very, very important, is together with the breath and the right posture, is the movement. And the movement will then allow you to release the buildup of negative energy in your body, which is actually forcing your body to become fearful. So, in so doing, while you're releasing the negative energy, at the same time you are recharging the positive energy back into your body. All that is necessary, this is number 4, to be governed by you being in the present moment. And I will explain all this in the consecutive videos. And once you're in the present moment, you cannot focus on anything what happened in the past and project that into the future, hence you're not right now. So all you're doing is observing where you are and you're fully mindful of your current environment, which is very important. When you do these particular steps as I've outlined now, but they all have to be literally in the same moment, but I have to break them down in order for you to make sense for you. The fifth one is about reinforcement of a positive state or the mantra that you are actually telling yourself that you're okay and that everything is good. So, all this together will bypass the actual software that is actually creating your fearful state, and with the repetitive use it will become a kind of like a second nature, and that will actually help you to effectively deal with fearful situations as you go forward. But you have to be, like anything in life, you really have to be very patient with yourself, because depending on how far down the road you are, that much more work you will need to do on yourself. But like anything, when you put your focus and your work into that particular task, you will see the benefits down the road. So, without further ado, what you need to do, what is a technique to regulate your breath? The one that I like the most, and I always teach at the beginner's level, is to basically control the pace of inhalation and exhalation. And for that reason, I suggest you do so-called counting. Counting means from 1 to 4, you're breathing in, ensuring that you're completely filling your lungs with the air. At the count of 1 and 2 that follow thereafter, you're actually keeping it still. And then, from count of 4 to 1, you ensure that you're releasing the air completely out of your lungs. At the count of 1 and 2, again, you're still. So there's a pause in the breathe in and breathe out. All that is important for you to be conscious of your breath, and also at the same time, is to allow the body to start to calm down. And it only starts calming down when the excessive oxygen starts pouring into your bloodstream. It has a positive effect onto your parasympathetic nervous system, as well at the same time your digestive, your cardiovascular, your immune system, your lymphatic system. Literally your whole body starts to self-regulate. So how you do that? At the inhalation, through your nose, you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. That means by this time you completely have filled in your lungs. At the count of 1 and 2, in your mind, you're suppressing that air deep into your lungs, thus you're opening up your lungs even further, which allows more oxygen to come into your lungs. Then, at the exhalation, you're going backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. At the 1 and 2 that follows full exhalation, you are ensured there's no air left in your lungs. And then you start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, by which time your lungs should be completely filled in with the air. Now, at the count of 1 and 2, just mentally compress that air further down into your lungs, thus opening it further, and then breathing out through your nose, counting 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1 and 2, ensure there's no air left into your lungs. So when you do that, you will then start seeing a tremendous benefits in how you actually control your physical and the mental states. Just this simple exercise on its own, so whether you're sitting by your desk or whatever you might be doing at your place of work, this is very simple because nobody can notice and nobody can really see a difference when you're breathing. But you notice that and you know that. And this is the big difference. So whenever you start having any negative thoughts or any anxieties whatsoever, simply just focus on this technique here, which is 4, 2, 4, 2, which is 4, 1, 2, 4 is to breathe in through your nose, 1 and 2 compress the air deep in your lungs, 4, 2, 1 is complete release of the air from your nose out of your lungs, and then from 1 and 2 ensure there's no air left into your lungs, and then start the whole process back again. Make sure that while inhaling, you're completely filling your lungs, so you can see your chest expanding, and while you're exhaling, that you see the complete movement of your chest, which means like a deflation of your chest completely. That is the proper movement, and you need to breathe for as long as you start calming down and becoming fully aware of what you're doing. Okay, I think this covers for now, and then we'll see you in my next video, in where I'm going to be talking more about the right posture and how the correct breath and the posture will then allow you the better process of self-regulation. Until then, have a great day. Bye for now.